right.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Nick.
And I'm Caleb.
And we're two new best friends. Okay. So, people at home who are listening, this is obviously our first episode remote while Caleb is up doing his thing in Tennessee. I'm still here in Mobile, as usual. Doing a little check-in, seeing how life's been. I know I've got some pretty interesting stories to share. Caleb, what about you? What's been going on?
Yeah, that's sweet. Obviously I've almost been in Tennessee like a month so far. Audio listeners, and Nick posted the other day, just like yesterday, I was like, what's up, Facebook, Instagram? Like, because I haven't really posted anything since I've been up here, because I just want to take time to unwind and relax before I have to put like that on my mental, like that people now have to think about me being in another state and blah, blah, blah. And like worried about our friendship or whatever. I didn't want to do that right away.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, but I mean, everybody was just like, I feel like they were shocked, but they were glad that I'm trying to do something that makes me happy. And I've been really loving it so far. The last 3 weeks, I've just enjoyed the new location as far as the new restaurants or new atmosphere, new back roads to drive down.
Any new local favorite restaurants you've came across?
Local favorite restaurants. So obviously, like, some restaurants are good everywhere you go. Like, we're in our early 20s. Taco Bell and Cookout still like okay in our
two worst.
Okay in our digestive system. That's what I'm saying. If we did go to Taco Bell, there's a Taco Bell literally a walk of probably 5 minutes down the road from this house. Imagine where Stoica used to live and that Taco Bell being like right around the corner.
Yeah.
So imagine if he was like the fifth house in that neighborhood. That's where a Taco Bell is from my house. So I've been really like not eating healthy because I've been painting and I've been doing other things, been trying to get comfortable to just everything that, life up here has been like. I guess I should go back and say like my actual favorite restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I just said Taco Bell.
I thought you were just going to say Taco Bell.
Yeah, everybody, I was using that example. Like Taco Bell has been very, I've been eating it a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's cheap. It's relatively quick.
Right. You can get 3 things for $3 and just drink a water. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. Their little box deals aren't bad either.
Right. And there's
what you've been eating out there.
Right. What's good. But this is still kind of a chain, but I know you haven't, like, many listeners probably haven't been to this chain. So there's a place called Culver's. They have like
I think I've heard of I heard of that.
And milkshakes, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's new to me. I had it the other day and it was pretty good.
Okay. I had a interesting experience at a restaurant the other day.
Yeah.
I placed it was on like that buy one get one day where they do the wings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
I placed a call-in order.
Where's swing place?
And they were like, okay, do what?
Where's swing place, by the way?
Oh. Their wings be pretty big. Well, it's buy one, get one free, so they're cheap. Like, I got 20 wings for... Well, let me tell the story, yeah. So I put my call-in order. They're like, you'll be ready in 30 minutes. I get there, and when I go in, I'm like, hey, I'm picking up for Nick. And they were like, okay, let's go. They were getting all my stuff together. And then the chick handed me the wings. And I was like, all right, you have a great day and enjoy your night. And like, I don't know what I was thinking that moment. I guess maybe they just thought it wasn't, because I almost did an online order. But when I tried to do the online order, it wouldn't give me the buy one, get one deal. So that's why I had to call. And I guess they assumed that I did it online. And I think that maybe I thought that too, because they were just like, all right, bye, see you later. Like, I stood there and I was even just like, okay, like I just didn't think nothing of it. I was like, thanks, all right. So I just got my wings and I left. And then like halfway to the house, Buffalo Wild Wings calls me on my phone. And I'm like,
this is very random.
Calling me for it. and then I was like, oh shit, I didn't pay for these wings. And I was like, wow. What do I do?
Wow. What did you do?
She was like, she was like, well, I guess you could go back up there and pay for them. And then at this point, I'm already at my house.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't.
Did you tell her
at my house? And they called me again, bro. They called me again.
But you ignored the message?
I ignored the phone call, bro, because I was like, I can't do this right now.
What
like,
in the world?
What are they gonna? I just was like, they're gonna be like, yo, come back up here and pay.
You ain't never gonna be able to order like Buffalo Wild Wings again. You're gonna have to have like an alias.
I know they got they got like my number.
You're gonna have to switch states, find a different like B-dubs.
Well, okay. Well,
for you, but
no. Here's the whole thing, though. So I was like, all right, missed the first call, and then the second call, I saw it ring, and I just let it go because I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do in this situation. Then I go inside. They gave me the wrong wings. I open them, and I don't even know. I don't even know what flavor it was. Like, it was okay, but it was not the buffalo flavor that I ordered. And at that point, because I was even considering, like, I guess I go there. No, they gave me the wrong wings. I was like, no, forget them.
Right.
That company can take that $12 hit. It was only $12.
Let me tell you a funny story.
And look, it wasn't even like they gave it to me, and I was like, oh shit, they didn't make me pay. I gotta get out of here quick before they realized. I literally was like, I was sitting in the parking lot for a sec. I was just like chilling. I was like talking to them. I was like, y'all have a good one.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I'm probably not about to be up in Buffalo Wild Wings anytime soon.
So back in Mobile, Nick, obviously he's living in a separate apartment as me, but I would just go over to his house like every week or so. And that's how we do the podcast or whatever. But at the time in Mobile, I was living with my parents, and, you know, we lived out in Sims, and that was like fine and dandy. And audio listeners that don't know me too quite well, I don't even know if you can say that. I don't know if that's how you say that, but no. I have two older brothers and a sister, and they're all in their 30s. Like, the brothers are in their late 30s and my sister's in her early 30s. So like they were out of the house way like quicker than the time I still had left to like live in the house, if that makes sense. Like, I still had a long portion to stay with my family while I grew up, like at least until I graduated. And even then I didn't like move out immediately. I just stayed in there. So life was pretty like normal for me. Well, now, audio listeners, I'm living in a house with me, my brother, his wife, and they got 4 boys that all live here. And the oldest is like 18. He's 18. He just graduated high school. And then, you know, the second oldest is Judah, which I'm about to tell a story about. And then next is Joby. And then it's the youngest, Jensen. And he's like 2, I believe.
They really went with that letter J.
They do like the letter J, but what's funny is the oldest, his name is Blaze. So let me tell a story about Judah that kind of ties into your experience with Buffalo Wild Wings and how they got your order on. So Judah, he's adorable. He has really long blonde, like dirty blonde hair, and he loves video games. Like, he is a beast at like Call of Duty, and any game that I play, he wants to play, and he wants to get good at it so he can kick my butt or whatever. Anyways, he's very picky with all that being said. And like his Taco Bell order, all he wants on his tacos, he only wants 3. He's a simple man. On those tacos, all he wants is meat, onions, and that's it. Like, that's such a simple Taco Bell order, but I swear it like throws the Taco Bell like crew like off. They're like, whoa,
every time.
Whoa, guys, we got a complicated order. Meat and onions only. And then they just put like tons of lettuce on there and sour cream, and it's just all messed up.
Well, that's like with Izzy. Every time she has to order a hamburger, she has to be like, no bun, please.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, what? Yeah, the hamburger you normally make, just don't do the bread. And they're like, what? Just meat floating around?
I can just imagine you being like at a drive-thru and you get to the checkout line or checkout window, and they're like, the manager's like sitting there with like a patty, and he's like, bun or no bun? What did you want, bun or no bun?
They get real confused, but they've actually gotten a lot better about it, I would say, lately. Maybe more people are ordering their things without a bun. Now at Burger King, you just say, I want it low carb, and they just wrap it in lettuce for you.
That's pretty trendy.
Yeah, I guess so. They have that little vegan hamburger.
Yeah, I want it low carb. Oh, got you, bro. It's like a little drug slaying. I want a low carb.
Get that Impossible Burger. Low carb.
Right. Hey, we got one Impossible Burger. You better switch up the grill, homie. You better clean that real good.
Right, exactly. I want no trace. Well, I have some pretty big news that's happening here at my house.
Yeah.
Me, a known, I wouldn't say I'm an anti-petter.
Right.
But I'm just not the biggest on animals. Nothing against them. I just never got to see I don't know. I don't know. They're not my thing. They can be a little much.
Right.
But, with school being done and with Izzy being done with school and us having this summer, I kind of was just a little bored with my mundane day. And I was like, what if I just...
Nick, the guy that never gets bored, is like, what if I got a cat? This is not looking good. This is not...
It's not necessarily that I was bored. It was like I need a challenge in my life.
Is making me think back to when you and your brother or whatever would like bully the gerbil. Like this is about to happen with you and this cat.
No. Listen,
it's gonna be the most.
So I was like, I need a new challenge in my life.
Right.
So I was like, why don't I try to get this cat? Maybe I'll try and form a bond with this animal. I've never really owned a pet myself. Like.
Right.
When I went and adopted it, I'm like signing the paperwork. Like, I never have done that before.
Dang, you did all that?
Yeah.
By yourself, or did Izzy go with you?
She was there, but I was,
you were like, this is my responsibility. Like, I'm not asking you to go in with me.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the eyes of the law.
Like those are her dogs. At the
right. Yeah.
But this is now your cat.
It's. No, it's.
But you wanted the cat.
Because we got it. We got it as a couple, but yeah, I'm definitely the front.
Right.
I can't think of the word. But definitely was leading the motion. So we had this plan to adopt this little. So the cat we wanted is called a Russian blue. They're like all gray and they're hypoallergenic, so they don't shed that much. It's kind of what I was looking for. So we had this one lined up to get through this foster parent, and then he just would never get back to me. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a bust. Then we go into PetSmart one day, and there's like this tiny little Russian blue kitten in there, and he's like super shy. He's like hiding, but we're like, this is the kind of cat we want. So we adopt him, and we like bring him home. And yeah, that's what he looks like. Mm-hmm. And you can just tell he's super cute. You can just tell that he's never he was definitely like a feral kitten, bro. Like he didn't never been interacted with a human, other animals other than cats at the PetSmart, I'm pretty sure. So like when we brought him home, he was like,
he's spastic.
What the heck is going on? Yeah, he was freaking out.
I bet the Pomeranians were thrown off too. No. But he was going.
They were in the kennel. We were like, let's just wait on that.
Right, but I bet you they were barking a lot.
We got him to shut up after a while because we didn't have him running around. They didn't see him.
Right.
He was in our room. So then we're like, okay, I guess we'll try and let him meet. So Izzy picks up Lana and is like holding her. And we got him like kind of being calm on the bed. He didn't really like to be pet. He's just kind of crazy. He's like, I'm a wild animal. Where am I? And so we like it sees Lana and it immediately just starts hissing and like running and trying to like attack it.
Oh my goodness.
So we're like, okay, that was a bad idea. So then we ended up setting up, so that dining room, our podcast studio has now become the kitten nursery.
There's no so much stuff.
So been in that room and he's like slowly, he won't hide, or slowly he's not becoming as jumpy. Slowly he'll sit with you when you pet him. And right now was our first day letting him into the living room. And he just was laying on the couch taking a nap right before we did this on my lap. So he is doing good. His name's Caesar. I named him after Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah,
because like in that movie where James Franco and him like had that connection from him being a baby. That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah.
Has that connection happened yet? Like, has it realized, like, oh my God, I've been adopted?
Well, okay, so yesterday he was still in like, I don't really like to be pet. I just like to run around. You can touch me and I won't freak out, but I'm not about to just like lay in your lap.
Right.
So I started training him about these treats, and like anytime he'd get in my lap, I would give him a treat and pet him. And then literally after I did that for like an hour, now if I just like tap on my chest kind of and like come here, he just hops in my lap.
Okay.
So he's a quick learner. He's learning stuff real fast. I plan on getting him a harness. I'm walking him.
Right.
I'm planning on getting a kayak for my birthday. I heard that cats like to sit on kayaks and like look at the water, and they like kind of lay there. So I don't know. I'm gonna see what all I can get into with this cat. But
wait, so you're gonna take the cat out on a kayak?
Yes.
Ain't no way that cat's just gonna lay there. That cat's gonna be freaking out.
No, that's what I'm saying. They like it. Like once they're comfortable, and I would bring his little carrier that he'd be like sleeping in. And so he's like, this is my safe spot, this carrier.
Yeah, until you fall over. Until the boat rocks over.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I can't tip the kayak over.
And then it's in a cage, so it fills up super quick and just drops.
No, it's mesh.
What you gonna do if it's on the outside of like the boat and you're under the boat?
You know what a kayak is, right?
Yeah.
What you mean? What's gonna happen to where I'm on one half of the boat?
You're gonna strap them in?
No. So like, imagine me sitting in a kayak. It's gonna be one where your like legs are in the kayak.
Hey, pretty much just sit on top of it. The kayak? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a sit in kayak, not like a on top where it's just like a kind of open platform. Like your legs are like inside of it. So like you would put the carrier in between your legs, so the cat can run around inside the kayak like a little hidey hole, which this cat loves to do. He loves hiding in little tight areas. So he can run around the little hidey hole, or if he's like, you know what, I kind of see what's going on, he can peek his head out, and then he can walk like on top of it like a boat, and then he can get back in.
And you just have the carrier open on your lap or something?
Yeah, so the carrier, it just looks kind of like a lunchbox or like a backpack, but inside it's just like a bed. So he just kind of be sitting in there, like looking around. He'll get out.
Oh, so he's like really tiny.
Right now, he's super tiny, yes.
That makes sense.
But that carrier is made for adult cats, too.
I'm thinking of like a cat that's like already like 10 pounds. That's
what I'm saying. Those things will be happening when he is a big cat.
That's going to be uncomfortable.
Nah, not for him. Who's can get.
Listeners, yeah, if you listen to our podcast about our pets, that is very shocking because Nick does not like animals. So.
Well, I've been petting this little guy. I go in there in the morning when I wake up, and I'll lay in his little room.
Right.
And he'll come out. He'll be stretching. And he'll kind of run around. He loves to play, bro. Like I got all these cat toys. They're more interesting than dogs because the way they play. Like I got him this thing where it's like these 3 little balls that spin around, and he'll just sit there and just slap the balls and get those things just going and going. And then he'll start to chase the ball around after he gets it going, and he'll be running like full speed, bro. And if you're like near him and he like steps on you while running, he will slice your leg open because he sticks his claws out like cleats. That's what happened to Izzy. He was like chasing this ball,
that's not
running
good.
as fast as he can, and it got right on her foot and just like cut it.
Right, that's not good. Like you got to keep that under control. Make sure it has a room that it can do that, because you don't want like claw marks in all your carpet and wood or things. I don't know.
Claw marks on the carpet's fine.
Or the couch,
Yeah, couch. Yeah. So he likes to make biscuits a lot when he gets pet. You have to stop that on the couch for sure. You know, like where the cats be like doing their little hands when you're petting them.
I've never heard that term. I was like, this man making biscuits. I'm about to.
Yeah, bro. He be making biscuits, bro.
Put him on TikTok, bro. How them biscuits be tasting? You know, all he do is make biscuits all day, bro. He just sit there and just be like kneading
that dough.
No, it's kneading the dough.
Yeah,
he's like
kneading the dough. He just kneads. Yeah, that's all he does all day.
Karate chopping that dough all day. Have you redecorated your background? Is that the living room?
No, this is the bedroom, because right now the living room is full of crap because like we were planning to adopt that cat that I was like in contact with the foster people. So I was like, we have time, you know, we'll get the house set up, we'll get all the stuff set up. And then they never got back to us. And then we went to PetSmart and we just seen the kitten and got it. And we just weren't prepared. So we've been
I would have too.
The house.
I think that's like a sign. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's why we went with it. Because it was the same cat we're looking for, that gray type. So
yeah, it's a cool looking cat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fond.
I haven't really been taking much videos of him for real. I kind of just been playing with him, you know. I don't really be having time to have a camera in my other hand. He kind of a two-hand handle cat. Yeah.
Getting my room set up, because I feel like if I don't get my room set up, I just won't be comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I actually tried this like in 2018. Just for the summer, and only lasted like 2 months. I think that's because I didn't really try to make it my home. Most of my stuff was still at home in Mobile, but right now all my stuff is up here. So even if I were to move out of this house, where am I gonna go? So I mean, I'm trying to make it homey. I bought a lot of stuff off Amazon. I got me like a cool desk that I can do podcasts and draw on. I got me a bed that I bought with a bed frame and a memory foam topper.
Nice. Izzy and I, we were thinking about moving to a new apartment, but we decided we're just going to renew our lease. And what we're planning on doing is taking our bed and making a loft bed. So we would like build it to where the bed's like super high up in the air, and you got to have a ladder to get up there. And under the bed will be like a desk and maybe like a little futon or something to watch TV. We're just trying to like we got this cat. We're just trying to maximize our space.
And y'all got 2 doors. I bet you could find a really cool like studio apartment and like build y'all like a bedroom into that studio apartment, and then just the rest is just like free space.
Yeah, that may be a little too close for comfort. I like having the dogs in a separate room.
And I guess then you got to worry about bathrooms and kitchens and like, is it all like in the same room?
Right. And right now we have all the cat stuff in the dining room. I don't think that's going to be a permanent place because I don't necessarily like the idea of a litter box being right next to my kitchen. But we do have this really expensive litter that makes no smell. So that's fine. I don't know. We're about to be getting into some little remodeling, like you're doing.
Kind of what I'm doing
up soon.
Yeah, actually, I've learned that it's quite fun. Like, especially if you got somebody doing it with you, like you and Izzy would probably have fun, like painting or like deciding like what can fit in this corner, like how would this lamp look here, like can we do this without it being like too like chaotic or whatever.
We're wanting to build our own cat tree. We're gonna cut down a tree.
You're gonna cut down a tree,
cut down like a skinny tree
that is not
where it
cool,
like splits, and then we were gonna add like platforms, add like little baskets.
Right.
On the videos, they were using like driftwood, and with that, you would spray it. You spray it, you let it dry for 5 days, then you peel the bark back, then you sand it, then you finish it.
Right.
With like a live tree that we're cutting down. I don't know if the process would be the same, or maybe there's something else you do.
How much is the live tree gonna be?
What you mean? How much?
How big of a tree, or like a tiny tree?
Oh,
like a pear tree?
Yeah, so I wouldn't cut it from like the bottom down. It'd be like from the top, from like the middle.
Like a branch out of it?
It's gonna be like a 6 foot tall type thing. 6, 7, 8 foot tall, something like that.
Straight out
on the.
Without tracing anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm kind of talented. So I'm trying to make it a hobby and a daily routine.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's a good like lesson. Like, if you're trying to be good at something, find the things you like doing, find the things that you're kind of talented at, or that you have interest and actually see yourself like being good at, and just do it every day. Like, you're bored, do art.
That's right.
Play guitar, whatever you're trying to do.
Skills.
Right.
Mastered.
Right. Just need to devote your time to doing your hobbies, not the things that waste your time.
And I guess in the way that you're trying to find like your art as a hobby and devoting time to that, I'm trying to do the cat. Maybe try to find like a new, I don't know, level to my. Yeah, she's been loving the kitten. She's out there right now, I'm sure, cuddling it.
Well, tell Izzy I said, hey.
Yeah, well, for sure. Do you want to drop a rec on anything before we?
Yeah. Do you have anything so I can like?
I do. Yeah, I'll give one. I remember seeing the trailer for this movie a long time ago.
Right.
And I never went and saw it. And I finally got around to watching it. And it was actually really good. It's called Adrift with Shailene Woodley. You seen that movie?
I don't think so.
So it's based on a true story, which is crazy, but I don't want to spoil anything. It's on Netflix. It's only an hour and a half long. But basically, her and her new boyfriend, fiance, whatever, they're sailing this boat to California from Hawaii, and they get caught in a hurricane, and like they get lost at sea. Like the ship breaks, and they're lost at sea for like
what in the world?
Like months. And I don't want to give nothing more than that, but the way that they like shot the movie, wrote the movie, kind of the way they directed it and all, and the story it being true is just crazy.
Right.
So yeah, if you're looking for a good movie, I would watch that.
If you're looking for a cool new show on Netflix, there's this show called Shadow and Bone. I watched like 3 episodes of it. It is interesting. It is not like your other Netflix shows.
Okay.
It has some twists and turns and like plot twists, and like, oh my God, this show is actually like meant for adults. Like the first episode, you're like, okay, this is cool, dandy, and then something happens and you're like, oh no. This show is about to be crazy.
Yeah, I've been seeing it like on the top of Netflix,
but I will say it's kind of confusing. I'm going to recommend it to those that like digging into things, like thinking about like what's going to happen, things like that.
I got you.
So I guess the movie suspense, I guess.
The movie I suggested, it'll have your brain thinking, it'll have your eyes crying at the end. It's interesting.
That's going to be it, everybody.
All right. As always, I'm Nick.
And I'm Caleb. And we're your two new best
friends. All right, let me end this recording real quick.